additional things a center you think can still do to help his team win in this era of basketball?
Well, I think there are a number of things. One, you think about taking up space at both ends, being a rim protector defensively, and also quarterbacking the defense from behind the perimeter defenders is one way. And then on the offensive end, banging that glass, setting solid screens, again, using size to take up space and put pressure on the defense.
There'll always be room for the big man in this game, though, don't you think?
Oh, I don't think there's any question about it. His role changes, what all he does changes, but some of the basics never go out of style.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. So on the floor for Minnesota, they've got Andrew Wiggins. Charge is out there with Karl Anthony Towns. Then there's Teague. High, arcing shot, and Harden with the lay-in.
Aggressive in deep. Once Harden gets to a spot he likes, he goes right to work.
Teague against Paul. Outside Teague. 6 to shoot. Puts up a 3. Buries the long-range jumper.
And over time, Teague has really gotten more and more comfortable shooting his three-point shot, and that's impressive considering what a weapon it can be for him.
Now here's Paul. Down low. Here's Capela, and the dunk by Capela.
And he might be small for a center, but boy, can he jump out of the building.
Paul against Teague. And Clint Capela is going to pick up a foul. That is his first foul of the game. First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone. Wiggins surveying the floor.
And the defense of Capela is huge. I mean, very impactful at that end of the floor, using his big body to deter shooters.
From deep, Harden. That one misses. Timberwolves go the other way with it.
And really, despite that miss, they've had a solid start offensively.
Count it.
Yeah, good awareness there. He sees an opening and doesn't hesitate.
Boy, it's a thing of beauty watching him attack the defense like that. I mean, they wanted no part of him on that layup.
Now here's Paul. Here's Capela. It's rebounded by Towns.
Gotta give the defense credit. That was a great contest on a high percentage shot in the paint.
And this Timberwolves team, so fun to watch.
I agree. All-star talent on the rise, athleticism, and they can light it up too. Yeah, fun group.
The Timberwolves shooting their first free throws of the game. Ties it up, and this next one could give them the lead. And that one falls, and that puts them up by 1 point.
You take a look at the Rockets offense, and they've become lean and mean. Very few mid-range shots, no long twos. It's all threes and points in the paint. They keep their menu tight, and it works for them.
Paul, and he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in.
Confident and precise is exactly how Paul owns the mid-range area.
Knocks it loose. Paul with the steal. Here's Harden on the wing. Offline with his 3. You talked about the Rockets' focus offensively. It's all on Harden and Chris Paul.
Yeah, they're the main shot creators for that offense. Everybody else better be happy spotting up, setting picks and rolling, and scoring in transition. The Beard and CP are going to have the ball in their hands most of the time.
Here is Harden following the bucket by the Timberwolves. That 3 off the mark.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Wiggins kicks to Teague. Just 5 to shoot. Okogie. No good on the triple. Houston's gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. Paul against Teague. Lob pass to Capela.
Room service assist from Paul. Can't put the ball in a better spot. His vision, outstanding.
Timberwolves have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Teague finds Towns. Shoots over Capela. And it's Towns missing.
Man, right play, wrong result on that one. Generally, you knock those down.
Not much else you can do there. I mean, that's what you want. Too bad they weren't able to finish it off.
Now here's Paul over Teague. And the dunk by Capela.
Nice recognition that time from Capela. Aggressively rolling to the bucket after setting the screen.
Timeout called, first of the game for Minnesota. Well, we've been waiting for it all summer, Clark. Opening night. What's going through the players' minds right now, just before the beginning of the season?
About time. These guys have been ready for this a month ago. But they're happy that there's no more waiting around, and now the games count for real. And they're focused on trying to get off to a great start.
Now here's Šorić. He's coming off a 10-point game against the Utah Jazz. And it's Towns missing.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
The three from Harden. It's good from long range. Harden's got 5 now.
And Harden's three-point accuracy is lethal. I mean, he gets his shot off with such ease and quickness.
Now here's Teague. Towns dishes to Wiggins. Towns trying to get open, and that one's good. Wiggins. Wiggins has got his second bucket.
Surveying the defense, Wiggins makes a good decision. A little floater over the top. That was the ideal shot for that circumstance.
Now, here is Harden. 5 points in the game. And it's Paul penetrating. That one's not going to go. And here's Šorić. He'll bring it up for the Timberwolves. Trailing by 4. Paul left side. Here's the 3. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. 5 points in the game. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Rockets.
Well, I think the defensive aggressiveness on display here has caught them off guard. Playing airtight defense and coming up with the steal.
And also, they're jumping on a lot of turnovers, making sure they turn them into points at the other end.
And it's the Rockets with the ball. After the basket by Minnesota, Paul can't get that one to fall. To the paint, stolen by Harden. Teague against Paul. Pass to Harden. Kicks it to Capela. And some nice passing there by Houston. 5 to shoot. Harden outside. From deep. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Harden's got a couple of threes now in the first for Houston.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
And the pass to Teague. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Teague's got 6.
You know, there isn't a lot of time in between when Teague caught the ball and then when he let it fly. I mean, that was a great example of a quick catch and shoot.
It's Harden with the drive. Begins with the block. To the middle. Gordon with the defensive effort.
Now, that's superb defense in low. I mean, they played it well. Not easy trying to alter these shots without fouling the shooter, and that's a good job of doing both.
To the inside, and the dunk by Capela.
Well, I like how Capela stays one step ahead of the posse on defense. Has a real good sense of body control.
And that was an unleashed chaos moment. Indeed, what a spectacular play. Sponsored by Under Armour Hover Habit. Minnesota calls timeout. And Clint Capela with a big pay raise this season.
Well, you forget just how young he is. I mean, this guy is just starting his career. His rookie contract concluded last season, and the Rockets willing to pay whatever they needed to keep him.
So for the Rockets, Kenneth Faried, he's checked in for Clint Capela. Green comes in for Eric Gordon. And it's Austin Rivers in for Chris Paul. A nice shot by Tucker.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Everybody on the same page, completely in sync, tremendous communication and awareness.
Now here's Rose. Over Rivers, and plenty of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws coming up. And Houston gets called for the foul.
And a guy who's averaged as many as 7 free throws a game in his career, Rose knows how to get to the line.
The Timberwolves have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2.
You know, you look at most winning teams in this league, and there's no denying they have an identity, who they are and how they play consistently. The Rockets fall into that category, a defined style of play and pieces that fit pretty well.
On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Tom Thibodeau had a few minutes to share. This is a team that loves to run, and he really wants to see them do what they love. So transition ball should be the order of the day, Kevin. Back to you.
Thank you, David. Iman Shumpert has checked in for James Harden. So it's the Timberwolves now. 7-point differential. Rose kicks to Gibson. Now we have a moment to look at how the blocks have been stacking up over the past several months for Towns.
We're just not seeing that same fierceness out of him defensively these last few months. He's lost a little bit of that intimidation factor. He's not blocking as many shots, and he's not making the same impact on that end of the floor.
That free throw, no good.
Taj Gibson is a solid role player, really one of the best we have, a good rebounder and defender with a soft touch from the mid-range and can score without having plays called for him.
He hits the second from the line. Clark, give us a little insider's look. Which players do you look at as gamers? You know, guys who are always ready to put out extra effort and go the extra mile.
Man, there's so many guys that fall into that category, Kevin. It's almost unfair to try to pull some names out, but you look at the way they play, guys like Russell Westbrook, Draymond Green, LeBron James. I think Kevin Durant is much that way. He gives great effort and energy to his craft. Steph Curry is a little different, but still provides that and plays with such an exuberance and joy. You know, Marcus Smart is a guy who I think does all the little intangible things that just have a way of making a positive impact on his team. So I don't have enough time to give you the full list, but those are a few of the guys that come to mind.
Yeah, great examples. Here's Rivers following the score by Derrick Rose. Down low, and the dunk by Fareed.
Boy, remarkable athlete is Kenneth Fareed. You throw a pass anywhere near him, and he'll finish it off in style.
Towns against Fareed. And Towns the bucket on the assist by Wiggins.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one.
Shumpert passes to Rivers. Here's Tucker. A three-pointer is right on target. Tucker's got 5.
He's looking confident right from the opening tip.
Rose kicks to Towns. Pass to Wiggins. Towns against Fareed, and Towns gets it to go. Towns has got his second bucket of the game to go.
Beasting and feasting from this area. Towns utilizing all his length and size to burn the defense there.
Rivers finds Green. And out of bounds as the Timberwolves gain possession. Let's take a look at the players who were the best on the glass a season ago. Karl Anthony Towns, 4th.
What a season he had in the paint. I mean, his rebounding numbers, really mind-boggling. Who wouldn't love to have a guy like that?
Minnesota comes into this one following a loss to the Jazz in Utah. Rose against Rivers. Rose kicks to Jones. Back to Rose. Pass to Wiggins. Lock at 6. The Timberwolves need to get a shot off here. A 3. And there's the call on Karl Anthony Towns. That is his first foul of the game.
And Rose ready at the drop of a hat to make a big shot, big play with time running down.
Minnesota making a switch here. Zhang's checked in. Here's Shumpert. And good, as it just snugs right down through the net.
And a lot of scoring here early on. This is the type of game the fans love to see.
Tell you what, Greg, it's getting to the point where you assume every shot is going to go down. I mean, nobody's missing out there.
Now here's Rose. He's got 7. Outside, Jones. Over Shumpert. Jones, no luck.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Yeah, the half and half balls are going their way, and that's really a function of effort and intensity. You know, the ball doesn't discriminate. Whoever goes and gets it, that's who owns it.
It's stolen by Rose, and Rose throws it down.
And you give Rose an angle to the rim. That's exactly what's going to happen. Too quick, too explosive.
Rivers with it. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. That's tipped. Oh, and here comes Rose all alone. And he hits it to tie the game up.
And Derrick Rose, so quick out of the gates. When he sees open floor ahead, he's at full sprint in the blink of an eye.
Clint Capela has been leading the charge for Houston. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. We've got more in store for you right after this. A unique upbringing for Clint Capela. Spent years in a
As a kid, I wasn't even dreaming about it.
Just an inspiring story, Greg. It gives you perspective on why you should be grateful for everything you have.
Kevin, without a doubt, Capela's upbringing helped shape him, and the hard work he continues to put in is really admirable.
Welcome back to Noche Latina, celebrating the Latin culture and their love for the game of basketball. It just keeps growing. Let's quickly break down the game we've seen so far from the Rockets, guys.
I mean, an interesting first quarter. The pressure D seems to be causing a lot of turnover.
Just jumped all over him, Greg. I mean, pounced on him, using their length and quickness to come away with those steals.
And so in the game for the Timberwolves, Wiggins at small forward with Gibson at the 4. Derrick Rose is out there with Jones, and it's Jang in at the 5 down low. And the turnover again by Houston.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
Minnesota in the lead. Rose surveying the D. He kicks it to Gibson. Shoots over Tucker, and there's another one for the Timberwolves. And Tom Thibodeau is a demanding coach, Clark. We know that. His teams have responded, though, but sometimes teams can wear down from that style. Does that concern you in Minnesota?
Not really, Kevin. I mean, he's shown that he's got a proven track record for having teams be successful. And with ownership behind him, I think the players will follow his lead. Remember, he's got the dual role as coach and president of operations. Not sure if that is always the best way to go about it, but in this case, with the alignment with ownership, I think it'll work.
And it's Wiggins missing. Rockets trail by 4. Shumpert with it, and Rose picks him up defensively. Green against Wiggins. Baseline jumper, and Gibson sends it back.
A good defender who uses his body well. Gibson is capable of blocking shots.
And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Rose.
And let's check out the numbers for Rivers. Last season's performance for him. Last season, he averaged 15 points a game, 4 assists, and 2 rebounds. And he brings that offensive firepower to the team. Scoring just comes naturally.
And, you know, defenses are throwing everything at him, yet he's still able to put up points. He's really unstoppable.
Tucker dishes to Rivers. Pass to Fareed. Rivers again throws. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And the wide open shot from Green. Drains the three-pointer. Green's got his first 3 points of the game.
He can be a forgotten man in their offense sometimes, but the D still has to keep an eye on him.
Rivers again throws. Lets it go from deep. It's good. Now he's shooting 6 for 7.
His shooting has been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
Rivers passes to Fareed. Green inside, defended by Gibson. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. Taj Gibson picks one up.
Yeah, easy call.
Yeah, you can hear the smack all the way over here where we are.
Mark, we know you were a great athlete. Would you have enjoyed playing at the pace we're seeing in today's NBA style?
I hope I could have played in today's game. Again, I was not an uber athletic guy. Athletic enough to get things done on the court. Was a skilled basketball player more than a great athlete. So the athleticism of today might have challenged me a bit. But I still think I could have played and been effective in today's game.
I agree. Now here's Rhodes. 16 points for him. Kicks it to Jang. Trying to get open is Gibson. And Jang gets it to go. Jang's got the lead up to 4 now for the Timberwolves. And so it's Paul bringing it up for the Houston Rockets. Score of the basket is third after 5 shots.
And Paul has some excellent wheels, I tell you. Easily slash into the lane whenever he's given room to operate.
For the Houston Rockets, they come in off a good outing against Phoenix. Now the pass to Jang. Outside Rose. Back to Jang. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time. Jang's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Good rhythm in the catch-and-shoot game. Defensively, you prefer to force Jang into at least one dribble. Not quite as effective if he has to put it on the ground.
Now here's Gordon. He had 19 points in the win against Phoenix. Can't cash in on the 10-foot jumper. Rose kicks to Wiggins. Okogie. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
A chance to see stats for Paul. Coming off a terrific season. 2nd in free throw percentage, 6th in assists, and he ended up in the top 15 in steals as well. Some of the quickest hands in the league.
And back to his free throw shooting percentage, 2nd in the league. I never saw lapses in his concentration at all. Always completely focused, completely automatic. First one falls for him. James Harden, he's checked in for Houston. And then for Minnesota, Sharch checked in for Gibson, and it's Teague in for Wiggins. And he can't hit the second.
Well, at the start of the summer, many expected a busy market for Capela in free agency. Eventually, though, signing a 4-year deal to remain with the Rockets. I feel like it's a great deal for Houston as Capela gives them the perfect inside presence to complement Harden and Paul.
Minnesota leading by 5. To the middle. And finished off by Rose.
And Rose playing a big role offensively. He's got to be a focal point of your defensive scouting report. No doubt he can hurt you.
Now here's Harden. 8 points for him. And Fareed throws it down.
And hard to decide which was better, the pass, the catch, or the slam.
Oh, there's no wrong answer. Sensational alley-oop.
Yeah, you wouldn't know they're the team trailing when they're able to pull off plays like that.
Jang finds Rose. And Clint Capela is going to pick up a foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
Another foul would give him 3 before the half. Something to keep an eye on, guys.
Teague feeling it out a bit. 6 to shoot. Here's the floater.
Over a 7'4" wingspan for Clint Capela. That's long, folks, and makes him an intimidating shot blocker.
Towns, he's checked in for Gorgie Dang. Here's Rose. 18 points for him. A three-pointer is right on target.
And that's a shot Rose must make consistently. When he's making it rain from there, this team is hard to match up with.
Now here's Harden. 8-point game. Fires for three. Karl Anthony Towns with the rebound. Towns has got 4 rebounds now tonight.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
Yeah, no question about it. I mean, as they're looking to battle back, that's one of the key elements. You got to rebound.
Okogie, defended by Gordon, shoots. And again, it's Minnesota converting.
Now that's confidence. Sharad says, in Dario, I trust.
Houston's gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. And now the first timeout called here for the Rockets. You gotta like what Derrick Rose has done in this game.
And Kevin, they need this timeout. He's flat out owning them right now. Can't miss.
And while we've got this moment here, now let's take a look at last season's leaders in converting turnovers into points. In fourth, the Timberwolves.
And they turned all those mistakes into points at the other end. That aggressive style really yielding big dividends.
Here's Capela. Fareed. It's good on the putback.
Attacking the glass like a rabid dog. Fareed takes pride in out hustling guys on the board.
Rose passes to Saric. Back to Rose. Out to the right wing. The shot by Saric, no good. Rockets trail by 8. To the paint, and the dunk by Capela.
You know, Harden will burn you when you overcommit and leave guys open. He's excellent at sensing when you're out of position.
Outside Rose. Towns at the elbow. Shoots over Capela. And Capela sends it back. Harden against Rose. Now here's Harden. Not a lot of room. Pass to Paul. With the floater and the rejection by Towns.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
Paul against T. Over Paul. Misses off the right iron. And so Fareed will bring it up for the Rockets. Gordon kicks to Capela. To the wing right side. Harden against Rose. 5 to shoot. Harden against Rose. Chalk up 2 there. That's 10 points for James Harden.
Harden is an elite shooter. Somebody who thrives at overcoming whatever the defense throws at him. He likes that chess match, and he usually comes out on top.
Out of bounds. Houston takes possession. Rockets trail by 4. Ball outside. Back to Harden. Over in the corner, Paul. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Harden's got 5 assists in the game.
I think the three-point shot is one of Paul's deadliest weapons. You got to chase him off the line.
And the Timberwolves call time here.
You know, it's funny, guys. I'm still not sure that Chris Paul gets enough credit for just how special he is as a player. I'm not sure why that is. I mean, very few players in league history have been able to impact the game at both ends of the floor at his elite level.
Inside, stolen by Fareed. Gordon deciding where to go with it. Fareed, right side. Harden against T. They get a hand on it. Out of bounds. Rockets ball as Houston keeps possession. And you look at Chris Paul's numbers, they stack up to any point guard that's ever played the game. Clark, what do you think is the most underrated part of Chris Paul's game?
Well, I would think it would be his defense and his perimeter shooting. I don't think he gets the credit for being the perimeter shooter he is, but defense would stand out to me.
Houston making a switch here. Tucker's checked in.
Love the speed with which Harden gets his shot off, timing his release beautifully off the pass. Nice stuff.
Rose finds Towns. Back to Rose. Clock at 6. Can they get it? And Towns lays it in. Towns has got 6 points.
You know, for a guy with Towns' size, I mean, to have this level of body control, I'll tell you what, it's no wonder the contact didn't bother the shot.
Inside, and the dunk by Capela. Guys, what a wild first half this has been.
Wow, back and forth start, that's for sure.
Outside Rose. And Chris Paul picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Houston making a switch here. Rivers checked in. Andrew Wiggins checked in for Minnesota. Tyus Jones comes in for T. Here's Wiggins. Yep, it counts. He has 6.
Adding layers to his game over time. The more Wiggins looks to score inside, the more versatile he'll become.
Harden the pass to Rivers. From deep. And Harden with the basket on the assist by Rivers. 15 points for James Harden.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
And that one's good. Towns.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
The 3 from Harden. And another 3 for Houston.
Yeah, the D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
Now here's Jones. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against the Utah Jazz.
Boy, incredible effort on defense. Refusing to give him an uncontested layup. Nothing easy.
In the corner, it's Gordon. Poke loose. Towns with the steal.
And 2 for 1. That's what they'd like to get right now.
That would be ideal, and that's exactly what they'll try to do. They don't need to rush it. Just need to get a quality shot, and quickly.
Harden gets the bucket.
Their 3rd three-pointer in a row.
Adjustment time for these guys. The defense has to make some adjustment here.
It's good, and the Rocket lead is cut down to just 4 points with the bucket from Jones.
And Kevin, they started the game shooting it so well. I'm surprised they haven't continued. They've got to get back to their strength.
Yeah, I mean, test the hot hand. You're exactly right. I say let those triples fly.
Timberwolves trail by 4.
Don't have to be in a hurry. They can hold for the last one.
That's exactly what they should do. I mean, you don't want to give the opponent another possession here. Make sure you get the last one.
Outside Rose. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. And it's going to go on Iman Shumpert.
And Derrick Rose, the former #1 overall pick in 2008, one of the most athletically gifted point guards the league has ever seen.
He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far. And he makes the first. And Rose drops them both.
Textbook shooting from the stripe. Great form, soft release. Mark it up.
James Harden getting it done for the Houston Rockets. And with his work in that quarter, he has 5 3-pointers in the game now. Quite a showing from long range. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks, Kevin. Derek, how's it feel to be back on the floor again?
It feels good, man, especially playing with my teammates. We have new teammates. We're just trying to come out here and just play hard and compete.
Good to see you back out here, Derek. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny, and a favorite time of the year as we're halfway through one of the first games of this fresh NBA season. James Harden led the way in the first half. He had 21 points, 6 assists, and 1 rebound. Kenny, what'd you think about the Rockets?
Well, they were lighting it up from 3, and that was the difference in the first half. They did a good job of running off screens, spotting up, and getting rid of the ball quickly. And their shot selection, solid.
How about you, Shaq? What'd you think about Minnesota?
Their defense has been practically non-existent. Sure, they're facing a team that got hot. You could even say a bit lucky at times, but no one is stepping up on D and taking anything away. Have some pride. Don't let a guy shoot like that in your face.
And that does it for our halftime show. We now take you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third period.
Welcome back, everyone. The sign says, "We love Houston." I think it speaks for all of us. Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game that's been so far. A fantastic game from Derrick Rose in this one.
Yeah, what a shot in the arm he gave there in that first half. The 3 ball just kept falling.
Yeah, and you know what? As far as I'm concerned, keep feeding him. Got to ride the hot hand.
Paul and Harden are the incredible backcourt duo. Gordon is out there with P.J. Tucker, and it's Capela in at the 5, patrolling the paint. That's the 5 for Houston right now. Here's Towns. Count it! And he'll have a chance for a 3-point play. That's on Clint Capela.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
And you think about the game of Karl Anthony Towns, the versatility, Clark. The versatility just leaps out at you.
Well, he's a man of his times, Kevin, when you talk about his game. I mean, that's where the game is now. And that's always been his ambition, to be as complete a player as possible. And at his size, he shoots it deep, he can post you up. And as he gets better as a passer, he's going to be harder to guard.
Now the free throw is good, now leading by 1.
Boy, despite his youth, I love the attitude Towns has, because it's infectious, and he seems to have the attributes of a genuine leader.
Now here's Paul. Count that bucket. Paul's got 12 in the game. A great competitive game so far.
And from the look of it, this one could go right down to the wire.
Okogie. That's good, and so Teague with the assist. And the Timberwolves lead by 2.
Teague's ability to find the open man makes him one of the better passing point guards in the league.
To the middle, here's Capela, and the dunk by Capela.
Oh, some slick passing from Harden on that one.
And if you're just joining us, we played over a minute here in the third. Ball's knocked loose. Paul with the steal. Lob pass to Capela. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
You know, we're used to seeing this kind of efficiency from Capela, but he's scoring with volume, too. That's impressive.
And a tremendous Unleash Chaos replay coming to you courtesy of Under Armour Hover Havoc. Now here's Wiggins. He's got 6. Back to Teague. Shot clock at 5. And Saric kicks to Wiggins. The 3. Rockets with the rebound. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Their offense has been great here.
Yeah, the ball movement has been terrific, and they've kept the defense off balance.
Now here's Harden. 21 points in the game from the baseline. And the Rockets getting another bucket right there.
That would be 4 in a row for them now as they have come racing out of the gate to start this second half.
Ball against T. Passes it to Towns. Shoots over Capela. Another miss by Minnesota.
The right thing there to stay that tight on him and really try to keep him out of his comfort zone.
Got that one up quick. Now it's a 7-point Rocket lead.
Wow, 5 straight buckets coming out of half. They are rolling.
And Chris Paul picks up the foul. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. The Timberwolves making a switch here. Zhang's checked in. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. Wiggins, and nothing is falling for him right now. Houston leading by 7. Harden outside. He kicks it to Capela. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. And the Rockets with possession here. The 3 from Harden. And another 3 for Houston.
And amazing what they're doing on offense here. Perfect from the field to start the half.
Minnesota calls timeout. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
And in front of you now is a list of the players with the highest shooting percentage last season. Clint Capela on top.
He didn't miss many easy chances last year, and he made the most of the tough ones as well. What a fantastic percentage.
And Teague's got the ball here for Minnesota, trailing by 10. Poke loose. And now Paul pushing it up. No one back to stop him. The shot, no good. Great D that time from Teague. Okogie guarded by Harden. Okogie. Here's Wiggins. Their offense stone cold. Another miss there. To the paint. And Harden with the basket on the assist by Eric Gordon. And now it's a 12-point Rocket lead. Minnesota's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Okogie guarded by Harden. Pass to Zhang. Teague with the ball. Here's Towns. Takes the 12-footer and hits. Towns has got 13.
The inside-outside game of Towns very solid. Not many big men can match him in that department.
Ball finds Gordon. Over Wiggins. Rebounded by the Timberwolves.
Well, I like the defense there. Right up in his grill, didn't give him a chance.
Teague against Paul. Zhang the pass to Teague. Shot clock at 5. There's the pass to Zhang. Over Paul. Zhang, no luck.
I thought he had the space to shoot comfortably there, and disappointed that he missed it.
Timberwolves trail by 10. Towns is doubled. And the lead is down inside single digits. Towns has got 7 now in this quarter. Rockets have gone 7 of 10 on their field goal attempts here in the third. Another miss by Houston. Minnesota's gone 6 of 10 from three-point range, up over 50% for the ball game. Teague for 3. That one misses. The Rockets go the other way with it. Paul left side. Good for basket number 6 from him in the contest. He's shooting 6 for 12.
An open jump shot there, and their D not putting up any resistance today.
Towns kicks to Wiggins. Back to Towns. Teague for 3. Rockets with the rebound. Tucker's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
And not a night he's going to want to remember, just not really able to score the basketball.
Basket good.
Strong work for him at the offensive end, helping them to maintain that lead.
Timberwolves trail by 12. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Okogie drops one in from the wing. He's got 10. Houston's gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. Lob pass to Capela. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
You know, looking more active and engaged on the offensive end. I like seeing this from Capela.
Teague against Paul. Left side, Towns. Shoots over Capela. And too long on the shot. Rockets leading by 12. Harden draws the double. And Chris Paul the bucket on the assist by Harden. Paul's got 6 here in this quarter.
You know, for a small guy, you got to respect how calm Paul is inside. I mean, he knows he can get his shot over anybody, but he's got to be crafty and clever to do so. Good display of patience there.
Now here's Wiggins. 6 points for him. Kicks it to Jang. Outside Teague. From deep. The Rockets pull it in. Harden's got 4 rebounds in this game.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Here's Teague. Following the basket by Chris Paul. Back to Teague. 3-pointer. And there's the foul. It's on Towns. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game.
Watch out. Now that he's got his first 3 of the half, there might be more in store.
Houston with a big group substitution here. Kenneth Faried, he's checked in for P.J. Tucker. Gerald Green comes in for Eric Gordon. Shumpert is checked in for James Harden. And it's Rivers in for Chris Paul. And oh, here we go. Rose, nobody back. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And let's check out some of the numbers here on Karl Anthony Towns. Great showing for him last season. 4th in rebounding, 11th in blocks, and a great touch around the rim. Top 15 in field goal percentage.
And he's so physical, so explosive. You really can't keep him off the glass when he wants to get there. That's why he was a top 5 rebounder a season ago. The first one falls. And Rose drops them both. And it's Rivers with the ball. He brings it up for the Houston Rockets. At one point, they led by 16. Green against Wiggins. Green in the post. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. And here's a look now at the shot chart showing the field goals attempted locations for Rose.
And it's really been a tremendous night. He's been efficient. He's been a major driving force in this offense. And it's no small task to try to slow him down. Once he gets rolling, like we've seen in this game so far, watch out.
Free throw drops for Green. Good on both. Timberwolves trail by 13. Rose kicks to Jones. Pass to Towns. Makes that one fall. It's his 8th bucket in 15 shot attempts.
And he is really in a zone right now, playing and scoring with confidence.
Well, the 2016 Rookie of the Year, Karl Anthony Towns, a.k.a. Cat, only the 5th player to win that award unanimously. And by the way, in year 2, he set the Timberwolves franchise record for scoring in a season.
Here's Jones. Gibson finds Towns. And a miss there with a chance to cut the lead to single digits. Houston leading by 11. Rivers scanning the floor. Green, no luck. And you talk about Towns' sophomore year. He became the first player, Clark, in NBA history to record 2,000 points, 1,000 rebounds, and 100 three-pointers in a single season.
Wow, that is impressive, boy. But his shooting ability, for his size, remarkable. In fact, it wouldn't surprise me before his career is done, Kevin, if he joins Dirk Nowitzki as the only 7-footers in the 50-40-90 club. 50% two-point field goals, 40% or better from 3, and 90% from the line.
5 to shoot. Green inside the three-point line. That's good on the jump shot. Green's got 9.
Good job. Nice job by Fareed to lay into that defender. Put some wood on him with that screen.
Rose passes to Towns. Goes straight through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. That's on Clint Capela. And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Rockets.
Guys, the passing we've seen from them has been tremendous. Very unselfish.
Mind the lane.
And the other thing they've done since the beginning of this game is score points off turnovers and in bunches.
The free throw drops for Towns. 1:58 left here in the third quarter. Rivers kicks to Shumpert. And the foul called on Tyus Jones. That's foul number 2 for him. Minnesota on D. 8-point game. Got a piece of it. And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back. Let's take a look at last year's leading shot blockers. You don't want one of these guys in front of you when you're coming down the lane. Second is Clint Capela.
And shot blocking is the element of the game that I think he cares about the most. That's where he puts in that effort and energy.
Towns with it and guarded by Capela. Shumpert with the steal. To the inside. Here's Green, and he uses the glass on the layup. He's got 11.
And giving up some height, he just finds a way to carve out a little separation.
Yeah, you know, he doesn't back down from anybody, Greg. Effective at getting the room he wants, and then gets his shot off in time.
Now here's Wiggins. He has 6. Rose double-teamed. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. And so it's Houston with it. Outside jumper. Passes to Rivers. Lob pass to Capela. And the dunk by Capela.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there.
Boy, I tell you what, guys, this is really getting close to being real ugly.
Now here's Wiggins. It's stolen by Capela. Jones against Shumpert. There's 31 seconds left in the third quarter. Here's Rivers. Again, the Rockets score.
Just good, aggressive drive from him that time. Found a hole in the D and went straight to the rim.
Rose against Shumpert. Now Rose. He's got 25. On the wing, Jones. 6 on the shot clock. Outside, Towns. And here's Rose outside. Misses the shot. And so it's the Houston Rockets sitting with a comfortable lead up by 14. And their ability to get points in the paint has made all the difference in this one. And we'll be right back after this. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Served him up a tasty room service dime right there, boy.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Rockets leading by 14. And a look at the 5 for the Timberwolves to start the fourth. Gibson plays the 4 with Towns in the middle. Jones is out there with Derrick Rose. And it's Wiggins in at the 3.
Capela is getting better at sharing the ball, wanting to improve that part of his game.
Minnesota's gone 7 of 15 from three-point range tonight. They're not afraid of that shot. Rose double-teamed. Here's Towns. Hits the three-point bomb. Towns has got 23.
Defensively, this is what you know. He's coming off a hot game and looking to keep it rolling.
As well he should, Greg. I mean, he always is looking to score the ball, even more so when he's hot. I like the mindset.
And the foul called on Tyus Jones. That's his third foul of the game. Capela kicks to Green.
And, you know, getting up into the shooter is Wiggins. I mean, has all the natural tools and skills, I think, to be one of the best defenders in the league.
Now here's Rose. Following the miss by Kenneth Faried. Shumpert against Rose. That one doesn't drop. Good work defensively by Capela. Green deciding where to go with it. Pass to Rivers. Oh, Faried in position, and the dunk by Faried.
Chemistry at its best. An unreal alley-oop.
Yeah, you're right. The pass, the catch, the dunk, all of it perfect.
And it all had to be, Kevin, because that's not nearly as easy as they made it appear.
Here's Rose. Following the basket by Kenneth Faried. Rose in the post, just 5 on the clock. And it's Towns missing. Rockets leading by 15. Outside Shumpert. He kicks it to Rivers. Down low, Capela. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. That one is on Towns. And Kenneth Faried, an outstanding performance with Team USA in 2014. But, Greg, his minutes have gone down in recent seasons.
Yeah, I mean, he's a great rebounder. He's got all the athleticism you need, but he's not a shooter or a big-time defender. In today's game, you need your big man to do at least one of those two.
And that one misses.
Well, I tell you what, it's really impressive how Capela has improved his role so quickly, Kevin. I mean, he's a starting caliber center known for his defense, but continues to make strides on offense, too.
Looking at who's out there now for the Rockets. P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for Reed. Gordon comes in for Gerald Green. And it's James Harden in for Iman Shumpert. And the second free throw, good. So it's the Timberwolves now. They trail by 16. Jones finds Wiggins. Towns with it. And it's Eric Gordon with the foul. That's his first foul. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Outside, Jones, just 5 to shoot. The three, buries it from three-point range.
Yeah, there's 6 points on consecutive 3 balls. They're finding holes now in the D.
Rivers dishes to Gordon. Harden outside, launches a three. Another miss by Houston. And so it's Towns with it. He brings it up for the Timberwolves. And the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not very careful there.
Well, it seems like he's gotten a little loose with it since halftime. His fingers may be a little slick or slippery. He went from no turnovers in the first half to quite a few here in the second.
Chris Paul's checked in for Austin Rivers. Paul against Rose. Paul outside over Rose. Tries again. And Capela with a nice bucket inside. Capela's got 25 points.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And really a reflection of their superior effort level to this point. It seems to me they've gone after this win a little bit more.
Now here's Harden. It's deflected. And it's blocked.
I like watching Šarić make his presence felt with blocks like these.
Okogie guarded by Harden. The dish to Šarić. The Timberwolves working the ball around now. Here's Towns. Shot clock at 6. There's Rose with the three. The Timberwolves again can't hit. Outside Gordon. And the pass to Paul. Kicks to Harden. And now Minnesota on the fast break. Rose with the ball. Šarić has the open look. And once again off the mark by Minnesota. Rockets leading by 15. And Harden wide open. He shoots. Misses the three.
Tell you what, the defense has nothing to worry about out there with him shooting. I mean, you can't dial it in from deep this half at all.
And even though they're down, they are putting on a show at the free throw line.
Yeah, they're making the most of their opportunities at the stripe, and they'll need to keep it up to take the lead.
Shooting 2.
The first free throw is good. We're hearing more players and coaches express their political beliefs, their social concerns, trying to, in a positive way, affect change, Clark.
And Kevin, I applaud it, respect it, admire it, and can't get enough of it. As long as players and coaches are well informed about that which they talk about, and most of the NBA guys are. And I think it's important that wherever we are in life that we use our platforms to express our views. That's part of what being a citizen of this country is about. So I don't think you necessarily compartmentalize your life. If there are issues that are dear to you, that you want to speak out on and educate yourself about, and you use your platform for that purpose while performing your job, which just happens to be playing NBA basketball or coaching NBA basketball.
And he's really shot the ball well, but it hasn't been contagious.
Rockets leading by 14. And here is Paul. And Tucker has it in the corner. Capela trying to free himself up. Moves back up. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Boy, I love seeing Capela be more aggressive inside. When he does this, he's capable of drawing contact.
First free throw is good. So he gets them both.
And just a better job of getting to the line here in the second half. Didn't get there once in the first.
And the foul on Harden. And that'll be his third foul so far. Ball against Rose. 6 on the shot clock, and it's good. That bucket takes him to 9 for 14.
And Rose always looking for his offense, and why not? He can put up points in a hurry.
Inside, here's Capela, and a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. And that's 31 points for Clint Capela. Knocked away, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Paul. Here's Wiggins. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That one's on Eric Gordon.
And Andrew Wiggins, the #1 overall pick back in 14. Great bloodlines, the son of pro athletes. The game just seems to come easy to him.
Shooting 2.
Free throw good, Wiggins. You know, Greg, the game comes so easy to Wiggins, but some say he needs to be more assertive, more aggressive. Do you see that?
I mean, high expectations for a player that was taken first overall. The length and athleticism should enable him to impact the game in so many ways, but, you know, his motor doesn't always rev high enough to take advantage.
And, you know, it's amazing when you look back at the Andrew Wiggins-Kevin Love trade. Safe to say now that I think both teams really got what they wanted out of it.
Now, here's Tucker, and the jam by Harden.
Just Mr. Reliable again here today, Kevin. I mean, they need his points, and he's producing.
Outside Rose. Okogie. They get it back. Wiggins outside. The tray. Hands it from downtown.
Boy, the progression of Wiggins' game out beyond the arc. He now is not only shooting that shot, Kevin, he's expecting to make it.
And so it's Harden bringing it up for the Rockets. At one point, they led by 16. And the foul on Andrew Wiggins. That is his first foul of the game.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
Yep, they'll be trying to draw that next foul quickly so they can start getting those easy chances at the stripe.
Here's Tucker. Back to Capela. Right wing. Paul against Rose. 4 on the shot clock. And Chris Paul still looking for his first title. This Rockets team represents his best shot, Clark, but last year they couldn't quite get it done.
Well, the big reason for that, Kevin, was the fact that Chris Paul was unable to play in Games 6 and 7 against Golden State. He was so instrumental in key moments throughout that series. Had they had him in Games 6 and 7, I think they very well could have been playing for a championship last year.
Both free throws good from Paul.
And you know, with Paul, his competitive drive really exceptional. He wants to be one of the all-time greats, and he's got a great winning mindset.
Wiggins passes to Šarić.
Šarić, the Croatian forward, came into the NBA fairly polished. has still improved his game year to year, which is a credit to him and his work ethic. There still are areas that he can work on.
Gentlemen,
but make no mistake about it, this guy has shown from day one that he's an impact player.
And that one falls from Šarić. With Šarić and how he plays, Clark, he's developing his non-scoring skills as well.
Yeah, he's a very smart player, Kevin, especially for how young he is. And I think he's got a game that's just going to continue to grow and refine with time. He's proved he actually can, on occasion, act as a point forward if you need it.
Now here's Paul. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Paul's got 12 points here in the second half.
Paul's been on attack all night, and he's capable of taking over games with his scoring. We know about his passing, but he can get it done with his scoring, too.
And Chris Paul picks up the foul. That will get him his 4th foul of the game, and due to the bonus, we'll head to the line for 2.
2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. And Rose drops them both. Now here's Paul. And there's the call on Dario Šarić. So that will be his 2nd foul of the game. We're in the bonus, and we'll go to the line to shoot 2. The first free throw is good.
And they're doing a better job of working themselves to the line here in the second half.
This is how you do it. That's exactly how you do it. Defender pressing up on you, you press right back.
Timberwolves trail by 15. Rose with the ball. Šarić outside. He's looking for Wiggins and finds him, and it's in there.
And that's how you move the basketball. Awesome passing leading to the bucket.
The Rockets have gone through the 4th quarter shooting 50%, 7 of 14. Capela with the bucket.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
And out of bounds as the Rockets gain possession.
And that's just another mistake. I mean, they've got it on autopilot, and they look totally dejected.
Rose against Paul. Kicks it out to Gordon. And the Rockets getting another bucket right there.
Love seeing Gordon work in the pick and roll. Great at pulling up to shoot once the screen comes his way.
Rose against Paul. Šarić finds Rose. 3-pointer. The shot by Šarić, no good.
Oh, I'm surprised he couldn't put that away. I mean, the defense clearly botched an assignment, leaving him open.
From 13, and the shot goes down. 34 points for James Harden.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
Minnesota calls timeout.
And they're committing an awful lot of fouls here, and not of the good variety. You don't want to give up easy layups, sure, but it's been a nonstop parade to the foul line.
A chance now to recognize our Jordan player of the game, James Harden.
And guys, no doubt who our pick was going to be. He's made everyone else on the court look like they're playing at half speed. It's been total domination, and you can't help but just sit back and admire that performance.
What a connection he has to these fans. They love him here. And the more he has games like this, the deeper that connection gets.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
And that one misses. Rockets leading by 17. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Harden's got 6 points in the quarter.
You know, Harden has that quick first step. Once he sees a lane to the rim, he's going to take it.
And Chris Paul picks up the foul. That'll be foul number 5 on him, and due to the bonus, will be headed to the free throw.
He's the last guy you want to put on the line. You can just about book the points every time he steps up there.
And so it's Harden bringing it up for Houston. Pass to Capela. Paul surveying the floor. Capela inside. Towns on him. Yep, that one goes.
And now they are probably too far ahead. It's going to be nearly impossible to get back in this one.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one, Greg. I mean, they're in a groove right now, up big, hard to envision them losing this lead.
Harden the pass to Capela. Over Saric. It's rebounded by Towns. Towns has got rebound number 13 with that last one.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for the Rockets.
They simply ran him off the court.
They set the pace, and their transition game was executed flawlessly.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And digging themselves out of a 2-0 hole here in the season series, really important. And they still have another game to play with which maybe they get a chance to tie this thing up at 2 apiece in that last matchup against Minnesota.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for James Harden.
And the sharing of the sugar, very impressive. I mean, he seemed to know exactly when to get the ball to his teammates.
So it's Minnesota now, after the made shot from Iman Shumpert.
Like the fact that Gibson did not settle for the layup there. He took it hard and threw it down.
Houston leading by 17. Outside, Green. Poked loose. And now Minnesota on the fast break. Teague with a clean look. Connects from three-point range.
And how about the consistency from range tonight? Really impressive.
Yeah, you know what? The defense can't keep giving him these looks. I mean, he looks really comfortable shooting from these spots on the floor.
Now here's Rivers, and the foul called on Tyus Jones. That will get him his 4th foul of the game, and due to the bonus, we'll head to the line for 2. And the first one at the line is good. And Austin Rivers out of Duke, an elusive 6'4" combo guard.
I mean, a great handle, and he's found most of his offensive success with his development as a long-range shooter. It's gotten to the point now where you want him to put it on the deck.
And so he hits both. Now Teague. 35 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Lets it go from 14. And it's Gibson, that time on the assist by Teague.
This is the confidence Gibson possesses, ready to shoot as soon as the pass hits his hands.
23 seconds left to play here in the 4th. The drive by Green. Free throw good, Green. off on that one, so he goes 1 for 2 at the line. Jones finds Teague. Now here's Rivers. So we see Houston taking the W here. Some good moments throughout this one, but they have the clear advantage.